Hey, so it's the night before kickoff, and OU is playing Texas Tech Red Raiders, who are coming in today's matchup with a decent record of 5-3. And last week they lost by a single point and fired their head coach. So that's the narrative coming into today's football game. Meanwhile, Oklahoma remains undefeated. They're 8-0, but they really need to make a statement game here today. It would not look good if they lost to Texas Tech or had a close victory over Texas Tech. That's not what OU fans are looking for. So let's get into what it's going to take. The Sooners are hoping to have Jalen Redmond back for this game. He has been sorely missed. When he's out on the field, the defensive front looks like one of the best in the nation, and while he's been out, they've looked subpar. So his presence on that defensive front will be greatly appreciated, and that's something that we're going to highlight in that game. Hopefully, he can have impactful snaps, and that will help our secondary have a successful night. Let's get into the offense. Some of the key points I want them to start fast. They need to get Caleb Williams going. I want to see some quick screen passes. I want to see some read options. I want him to take some of those carries because the thing about it is, if you get Caleb Williams going, the running backs and the run game are going to get going as well, and so that's the glue to everything. That's the whole reason you replace Spencer Rattler with Caleb Williams. He makes everybody else better on the field, so he's got to be the first weapon that Lincoln Riley looks to utilize on the field. Okay. Um, I'm curious to see if Lincoln Riley figures Austin Stogner more into this week's game plan. He made mention of Austin Stogner in his press conference and made mention of the possibility that Austin Stogner could get more targets this week, but he also made mention that he needed to make more of the opportunities when he's getting presented with them. And so we'll have to see what happens. But Austin Stogner is allegedly the best tight end in the country, so I don't see why this guy. If you're the best tight end in the country, I mean, like if you're the next Gronkowski or your next Mark Andrews, like I want to see you get targets. Like I'm expecting you to have 5, 6, 7, 8 catches a game. So if you're that dude, let's see it, man. And I think he can live up to that, but we gotta find ways to get this guy the ball. And I just think that um, with the way that things have happened this year with the offense, we just haven't got even some of our most explosive players going. I mean, look at Mario Williams. Um, it was clear to me when I saw him in the first couple of games. It was like, oh, if this dude touches the ball, he knows how to sniff the end zone. He's just got that kind of talent. So you just gotta, whether you're handing him a ball in the backfield, like on a jet sweep, or you're throwing him a screen pass, like you just gotta kind of like let that dude get a touch on the ball near the red zone. But due to injuries and due to lack of production on the field, that hasn't really panned out the way that I think a lot of people thought it would. Um, so there's still a lot. I mean, look at when Trayvon West came into the game. That dude had such an explosive, impactful play. It was spectacular. But again, he's almost like this hidden gem on the sideline, and they just kind of sneak him into the game. But that's the kind of talent that's just sitting on the sideline. So Oklahoma's best deal is like, again, we don't have like a Julio Jones out there where a guy's going to get 10 to 12 catches a game. Like what we have is a bunch of athletes that are pretty good, and but you got to get somehow figure out how to get all these guys touches on the balls, and you only have a certain amount of plays on the field, you know. So that's the problem that Lincoln Riley's having right now. Um, And can Caleb Williams keep building on this connection he has with Jaden Hazelwood? They seem to be money down in the red zone, and I just want to see, can they build that connection to the point where maybe Jaden Hazelwood could be that 6 to 7 catch guy per game? You know, he's a 5-star recruit. I mean, when you recruited him, surely you could envision something like that. So that's what I'm really hoping is going to happen with him. And I was so excited for him to get 3 touchdowns and then come back the next game and get another touchdown. Like I said, he's been money in the red zone, and good on him. I hope he keeps improving. I just, we hope to see it for 4 quarters. That's the thing about this Oklahoma team. Can we just see it consistent for 4 quarters? Like that's just all we want to see. And finally, will Jalen Redmond's return spark this OU defense a la Ronnie Perkins? When Ronnie Perkins came back last year, almost in a similar situation. Of course, he was coming off a suspension, but still, you're kind of getting him back, your key player back on defense at the midpoint of the season. And last year, when we did that with Ronnie Perkins, that completely changed everything, and then everybody forgot about all the hateful words they said about Alex Grinch, and then Alex Grinch looked like a genius, and we had all this hype coming into this year. So maybe with Jalen Redmond's return, we'll kind of get back to some of those, meeting some of those expectations. I think the thing with Oklahoma is just that they don't look like the number 1 team. I'll tell you that. They're too inconsistent, but they've got a lot of injuries, and a lot of it, I think, in the OU community, I think a lot of us just feel like there's a lot of talent out there, and it's very clear. It's like we just have to figure the puzzle out. And if Lincoln Riley and Alex Grinch can figure the puzzle out, then we still got a shot. And so these last 4 games, they're really meaningful. Like if you turn into a disciplined team that practices hard every day, we can achieve anything in this world. And I think all of us in the OU community, we just want to see a national championship. I mean, we love getting Big 12 titles, but, we want to take this thing to its full glory. And so, that would be amazing. And how many of us would just be like, it's our dream just to buy a ticket just to go to an Oklahoma game, or let alone a national title game. Like some people weren't alive in 2000, and some people, they don't, if that opportunity presented itself, it's like, we don't know when the next one might be. And so, yeah, it's, I don't want to die an old man and be like, man, I never saw Oklahoma win a national title. That's something I definitely want to see in my life. And I want to see it manifested soon. Hopefully this year, but I'm going to love my team no matter what. All right, y'all. Boomer Sooner. Peace out.